So for MRE PSK modulation, we know that we have already seen the binary phase shift keying modulation scheme, and in the binary phase shift keying modulation scheme, we have basically two phases. The first signal we have transmitted, that was of zero phase, and the second signal which we were transmitted of is having the phase of 180 degree, right? So in binary case, when you are having just 2 bits to represent your symbols, then you can use the phase 0 and phase 180 degree. And if you are having MRE PSK, it means that your representation is M level representation, and in that case you can have M phases, right, to represent all those information. So what we can write down here, that in MRE PSK, we should have M different phases or angles to represent M symbols, right? So this is the prime objective. And if you talk about the mathematical equation, then we can write down SIT should be equal to A cos 2 pi FCT plus phi I, right? So this time we are having I number of angles or I number of phases with us to represent our information, right? We know that that small t can be between 0 to ts, and I can belongs to 1, 2, 3 dash dash m, right? So you can have S1T, S2T, S3T, or SMT, different waveforms, which can use to represent different information, and all these waveforms are having different phases. So ultimately, you are hiding your information or residing your information into the phases. That's why you can say that this is a phase shift keying modulation scheme. And similarly, because we are using M levels, M signals to represent your information, so it can be MRE-PSK modulation scheme, right? Where phi I can be written as 2 pi by M into I minus 1. This can be the general angle, right? You know that total available angles can be 2 pi, and if you are using M level communication, so what you have to do, you have to divide those all angles, divide by M to get a particular angle, and we have multiplied the factor I minus 1 to this angle to represent the general phase, that is or that can be named as phi I, right? So similarly for BPSK, the value of M will equal to 2, right? So if you are putting value of M is equal to 2, in that case you can have phi 1. For example, it is for I is equal to 1, phi 1. So phi 1 can be equal to 2 pi divided by 2, and I is 1 minus 1, so it will equal to 0, right? So you can say that the angle phi 1 can be equal to 0, right? Similarly, if you are talking about I is equal to 2, then for I is equal to 2, you can say that the angle will be phi 2, and the value of phi 2 will be 2 pi by 2 into 2 minus 1, which will give you the angle pi, right? So phi 2 will equal to pi. This we were saying when we were talking about binary phase shift keying. So in the binary communication, the possibility is that either you will have angle phi 1 or you will have angle phi 2. Phi 1 can be 0 degree and phi 2 can be 180 degree or pi, right? So this was binary phase shift keying. Similarly, you can find out these angles for any value of m. So for example, if we are talking about, as we are doing so, for m is equal to 4, sorry, so I should rub these lines, and now we want to calculate all the four angles for m is equal to 4, right? So for example, if you for we can find out the value of all those four angles. So phi 1 can be 2 pi by m is equal to 4. So 4 into I minus 1. So 1 minus 1, which is 0 degree, right? Now, if you're talking about phi 2, so phi 2 can be 2 pi by 4 into 2 minus 1, right? So the angle will be pi by 2, right? Similarly, we can talk about phi 3. So phi 3 can be equal to 2 pi by 4, 3 minus 1, which is equal to pi, right? Similarly, you can talk about phi 4. So if we're talking about phi 4, it will again equal to 2 pi by 4 into 4 minus 1, right? So by 2. So these are the four possible angles on which you can transmit your signal, right? So for example, what I mean to say when I'm saying that these four phases are possible, I mean to say that your signal was SIT, and SIT was A cos of 2 pi FCT plus phi I. So it was your signal, right? So now you can find out the signal S1T for I is equal to 1. You can find the signal S2T for I is equal to 2. Similarly, S3T and S4T, right? All these four signals will have different phases. So S1T will be A cos 2 pi FCT plus phi 1 is equal to 0, right? Then S2T can be A cos 2 pi FCT plus pi by 2. Similarly, S3T will be A cos 2 pi FCT plus pi. The fourth one was A cos 2 pi FCT plus 3 pi by 2. So these four signals which will be transmitted, right? Or these four signals which will be used to represent your information, your message. But because the thing which is changing or in all these four signals is phase, so that's why we can say that we are putting our information inside the phase. That's why the modulation scheme is phase shift key, right? And if you talk about m is equal to 4, right? This m is equal to 4, it can also be named as, this is a very popular notation. I should write it down here. For m is equal to 4, you can say that it is a 4 PSK, right? You can say it is a 4 PSK, or the popular name is QPSK, which is known as quadrature phase shift keying, right? So this is a very popular name, QPSK. At many places, in many applications, we are using QPSK modulation, right? So this is a very important one, quadrature phase shift keying modulation. Why we are saying it is a quadrature phase shift? Because we are having total 4 phases. That's why the name is quadrature phase shift keying. So quadrature phase shift keying is nothing but it is a Emery PSK where the value of M is equal to 4, right? Now further, we can draw a simple constellation diagram for, so I should draw the constellation diagram here, right? For PSK, so the constellation diagram means we have to represent all these 4 signals into the space, right? So for example, these are our basis functions, right? So how many possible phases are there? How many total phases which are possible in PSK or in space? Undoubtedly it is 2 pi, right? So these are the possible phases. For example, the whole sphere. Now you have to represent your signal where your signal is lying on this sphere, because this the total possible angles which you can provide to your message is 2 pi, right? So for example, in the case of M is equal to 4, for the case of M is equal to 4, you can have one signal is at phi 1, which is 0 degree. So for example, it is 0 degree, right? The second signal is at phi 2 is equal to pi by 2. So this can be your second signal. And the third signal is at phi 3, which is at pi. So this can be your third signal, right? And the third one is phi 4, which is 3 pi by 2. And I think that it is 270 degree. So this can be your fourth signal. So this is a simple constellation diagram for QPSK modulation scheme or 4PSK modulation scheme. And if we draw the constellation diagram for binary PSK, you know that there were two angles, phi 1 and phi 2. Phi 1, the value of phi 1 was 0 degree and the value of phi 2 was pi. So at that place, for M is equal to 2, that is for binary phase shift keying. Again, you can draw, I'm drawing this little bit smaller. So kindly look it into. So for example, this is the available phases, right? But your one signal will be at this place at phi is equal to 0, and your second signal will be at this place at phi is equal to pi. So this is the constellation diagram for binary phase shift keying. This is the constellation diagram for M is equal to 4 or QPSK. Right? Similarly, you can draw the waveform also, right? We have already drawn the waveform in the case of binary phase shift keying. But in the case when you draw the waveform, you have to remember that what the phase shift is coming, right? For example, the first waveform was a cos 2 pi fct. So you have to draw the a cos 2 pi fct waveform, right? Then you have to shift this waveform by pi by 2. So you know that the shifting of pi by 2 will convert your cos signal into sinusoidal signal. So you have to remember these things, right? Then for that duration, you have to draw the sinusoidal waveform. Similarly, for the other one, that is pi, again you can back to cos waveform. Then for 3 pi by 2, again you can go to sine waveform. So for a single signal, you can shift here and there in terms of phases. So this can be your home assignment, that you have to draw the waveforms for QPSK or 4PSK modulation scheme, right? It can be your home assignment, और वो share करेंगे आप अपने WhatsApp group पे. It can be your home assignment that draw the waveforms or waveform representation for 4PSK, right? It can be written as 4PSK, right? Now, if we talk about some characteristics about PSK, then we can also write down that so I should rub these, yeah, I should rub these equations. So there are few mathematical formulas which can be helpful for you, that the bandwidth of MPSK is very simple. It will be always 2 upon TS hertz, because information is in phase. And the second one is again the bandwidth efficiency. So bandwidth efficiency can be simply log of base 2m divided by m bits per second per hertz. And again, as you increase the value of m, bandwidth efficiency of memory PSK will increase, right? Because so it was all about the PSK modulation schemes. I have discussed the introduction of ASK, PSK, FSK, memory ASK, PSK, FSK, and we have drawn constellation diagram or graphical representation of these carrier modulation schemes, as well as we have written down some advantages or some limitations of these memory modulation schemes, right? So this we have completed. Now, after doing these modulation schemes, memory ASK, PSK, FSK, we should move towards the information theory part, right? Because I have discussed that whenever you are transmitting your information, the nature of information is very important. So either your message is properly compressed or your message is properly spreaded, means you are using source coders and channel coders at the transmitter side. So these things are also very important.